Good morning, guys. It's 8:22 a.m., November 10th. It is Tuesday. And first, I want to say thanks for all the new subs. I'm up to 89, got over 40 subs in the last 28 days, so that's awesome. Thank you. And made a video yesterday that it's doing really well. It's up over like 60 views. This isn't updated. Of a trade that I made on SNDL. So check that out if you get a chance. It was a really good trade, like kind of a textbook trade for my strategy, and everything pretty much went right. So anyway, and today everything almost went wrong, and it's all my fault. There's no excuse for this, but I want to share with you guys because, you know, we learn, I think, more from the mistakes than we do from the wins. So I still ended the morning green just barely, but I don't even feel like I deserve that, and I'll show you why. Basically, I've been up all night. I've been working on a project, and so when like 4 o'clock rolled around, I said, you know, let me open up Webull and see if there are any good opportunities. That's never a good idea, like when you're, you know, feeling dead tired from work or whatever you're doing. The last thing you should be doing is trading. Trading is not like a hobby. It's not a diversion. It's not for fun. It's a business. And, you know, even if it's a side business, like I'm trying to make it for me, it's not something to be, you know, toyed with. So, and that's exactly what I did today. I opened it up, and AMC was one of the top gainers. SNDL was doing pretty good, and there was a lot of opportunities, but I was a few dollars shy of being able to buy 100 shares of it. So so I started looking at AMC, and I got it on video here. Let me show you real quick what happened. It's my first trade this morning. So here's AMC. It ran up, you know, I don't even want to say that it ran up nicely. Oh, you know what? This looks like the wrong video. I mislabeled. I think this was after. Yeah, this is after the trade that I took, so it must be this one. Sorry about that. Real quick here. This is the one. So it ran up very nicely. Well, not very nicely, but choppily, if that's a word, in the morning. But overall, a nice run up. So what I was looking to get into, which this is not really clean enough to trade. I really should have just left this alone. But again, I was bored and tired and all that stuff. No excuse. I shouldn't be trading feeling like that. You're guaranteed to do something stupid, and that's what I did here. I was looking for a pullback and never really gave it. It just kind of gave you this 1 minute pullback. It had just hit $5, and I figured it was going to hit that and come back down, and then I would catch the way back up after a pullback. So it doesn't really pull back. It does like a little consolidation, and sometimes that happens, and then the stock does continue to run up. So I don't think that's as good a setup as a real pullback. So I shouldn't have really traded it, but I think I was just talking myself into a trade here. Another bad thing to do. And I get in because this candle here breaks the high of this one and immediately dumped down after hitting that $5 level. But then it starts to go back up. But you see where my cursor is? I'm marking out, that's where my stop loss is. So if the price came down below there, which it did right away, look at that, and then I get out. So that was the only smart thing I did in this trade. I should have never entered it. The entry was really bad. The stock was way overextended. The price action wasn't very clean. You know, so it wasn't a good trade at all. But the one smart thing I did was I got out exactly where my stop was. But you saw it kind of flushed down because the spread opened up all of a sudden, and it went right past my stop. So I got out a little bit, you know, lower price than I wanted to. But it basically amounted to a 33-cent loss, or 35 after the sell fee, the seller's fee, you know, that you have to pay for every time you sell. It's not a Webull fee, it's a government fee. So I'm just looking for my next trade. I'll try to go over these quickly with you guys. The next trade was a little better, but I still, you know, first of all, I shouldn't be trading it because my strategy is just to take one trade per session, one in the pre-market, one in the market open, and one in the aftermarket. And that's to keep me from revenge trading or FOMO trading or trading based on any emotion whatsoever. right? Because the first trade, I'm never really trading with emotion, but at the second trade, I'm thinking about the previous trade, whether it was good or bad, or win or lose. It influences my second trade. So this is how I avoid trading with emotion. But I didn't really do that today. So the entry was right here. It should have been right there. When I pulled this up, this is WISA. It was on the top, popped up on the top gainers list just a few minutes before this. And I pulled it up, and basically I think this candle was already forming, and I was thinking, oh, it's going to break the high of day, and I'll get in there. But that's not really an entry I like to take much anymore. They're failing too often. So I rather take the break of the 1 minute candle. So like when the 1 minute candle makes a new high. So you see how these highs are always lower than the previous candle, and then this candle here breaks the high of this candle. So that's where I should have gotten in, and then my stop loss would be right here. So it's a really low risk, like a 4 or 5 cent risk. But because I'm up here, and my stop loss still has to be down here, really, as far as making the trade make any sense technically. So now I'm risking, instead of 4 or 5 cents, I'm risking like 15 cents. So that's not good. And I kind of figure all this stuff out like right away as soon as I get in the trade, like, oh, I did another dumb thing. So as soon as this thing's in the green, I start scaling out right away, which I wouldn't have done, I don't think, if I got in over here. But because, so many things had gone wrong already, I said, you know what, let me just try to get out for whatever little profit I can get. Because I don't even deserve that the way I was behaving this morning. So there I scale out again, and then I, now I'm okay, like, writing this thing up, or maybe I take one more share off when this thing gets to like the 294 level. And then it's coming back down, and I'm ready to stop out when it hits my break even. But then it starts to go back up, and now I say, okay, if it breaks this candle's high, then I'm going to add 1 share, because I'll immediately be in the green still, but I'll be able to eke a little more profit out of it. So this is where I add the 1 share, and you see I'm averaged in now at $2.90 basically. And then there I meant to sell half again because it was starting to come back down on me, but I sold all. And then yeah, so this just shows you this stuff isn't that accurate because I have these long-term holds and they fluctuate a lot. The best thing to do for my day trading performance is to look at my my spreadsheet and my buying power. But I was essentially down 35 cents this morning after that first trade with AMC. So after the first trade with WISA, I crawled back, what is that, 12 cents, 13 cents. So I made 13 cents off of that trade, which is not great at all. But, like I said, this whole morning was not good. So let's go to the next trade, the last trade that I took this morning. And this one was a little better. So this is like a good one to learn, how to do a good trade, not like the previous ones. So now this is on its second run up. Still very, very clean price action, nice volume coming in. The volume is increasing, so this stock is looking strong. And now, I'm watching for the next pullback, and I'm going to do the same thing, like get in for the break of the first 1 minute candle, which I think happens here. So as soon as this thing breaks the high of this candle, I jump in. All right, right there. I got in. So I've got 4 shares at 335. And again, I'm still like not feeling good about what I'm doing, even with this trade, even though it's a good trade. I'm not really supposed to be taking it because I'm only supposed to take 1 trade per session according to my plan. So this is trade number 3. So, but I know these setups are good, and I don't know, what I'm thinking here, but so I continue to scale out as this thing goes higher. At this point, I'm just trying to kind of clean up the mess that I made earlier. But you could argue that I'm using another mess to clean that mess up with. So there I kind of do the same thing that I did on that first trade. I buy one more share as it breaks through the high of day. And I'm instantly in the green, but you saw it chop down real quick, so I scaled out. And then I hold for a little bit, but let's see, how much longer did I hold? Not very long. Yeah, I guess it can kind of continue to chop, but if I was doing the right thing and thinking clearly from the whole outset and not doing all this stupid stuff that I did this morning, I probably would have traded this very differently. But essentially what ends up happening is when I sell out here, I finally crawl back and back to so I got 41 cents out of both of those WISA trades, so they canceled out my AMC trades. These are my long-term holds. This is going to fluctuate all day long, so this isn't accurate for my day trading. But you can see my day trading portion of my account, which is right here, is 151.46, and I started with 151.39. So altogether with those three trades, I ended up making 7 cents, which I don't really even deserve that. But I'm still green on the month. This whole morning was a mess. I really shouldn't have done any of that stuff. But if I was in a better frame of mind and trading better, those trades on WISA would have been decent trades, and I probably would have played them much stronger too. So anyway, those are my crappy trades for the morning, and hopefully you guys learn what not to do in this video. And the main message is, just don't use trading like as an escape, because that's kind of what I did this morning. I was working on projects and I was getting bored, and 4 a.m. rolls around and I'm still working, and I said, let me open up Webull, and the rest is history. So that's my video for today. I hope you learned from it. Please let me know what you think below, and like, share, and subscribe if you're interested on more trading videos and how to day trade with Webull. All right, guys, good luck out there. Trade smart, and don't trade sloppy like I did today. Take care.